Despite being officially designated as a terrorist organization, the Taliban government's delegation from Afghanistan attended the most recent Saint-Petersburg Economic Forum. This occurred amid reports that the Russian cabinet suggested Vladimir Putin remove the Taliban from Russia's list of designated terrorist organizations. The Taliban has been on this list since 2003, alongside groups like Al-Qaeda, for supporting separatists in the North Caucasus. Although the Kremlin has not confirmed this change, some of Russia's partners, such as Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Turkey, have already established diplomatic relations with the new Afghan government and maintained a diplomatic presence there for over a year. For instance, Kazakhstan removed the Taliban from its terrorist list in December 2023, a move confirmed by President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev in June 2024. While Russian President Vladimir Putin has not spoken directly on this matter, it seems necessary to build ties with the Taliban and Afghanistan's current leadership. In 2003, the Russian Supreme Court recognized the Taliban as a terrorist organization, citing its links with illegal armed forces in Chechnya and attempts to seize power in Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. In 2017, Russia launched a regional initiative to mediate between the Kabul government and the Taliban, positioning itself as a peacemaker. Reports suggest that Moscow has maintained informal ties with the Taliban since 2015. The American withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021 gave Russia another chance to re-engage with the country. This time, however, Moscow's primary goals are related to economy and security rather than establishing a military presence, especially given its preoccupation with the war in Ukraine and the recent withdrawal of Russian peacekeepers from Karabakh in 2024. Acknowledging the Taliban as the real power in Afghanistan, the Kremlin is considering removing the group from its list of banned organizations to reflect the objective reality. Since taking power, the Taliban government has sought international recognition and the lifting of sanctions, which would allow access to financial aid, including frozen assets of the previous Afghan government in European banks. Russian officials recently indicated support for granting Afghanistan's UN seat to a Taliban representative, potentially the first step in removing the Taliban from Russia's list of terrorist organizations. Russia likely sees an opportunity to enhance its role in the peacemaking process in Afghanistan, highlighting the failure of the US and NATO to achieve lasting results during their two-decade presence. Permanent diplomatic relations between Moscow and Kabul would enable Russia to ensure regional stability, control illegal drug and arms trafficking, and cooperate with the Taliban in countering the Islamic State, Khorasan Province, ISIS-K, especially after a terror attack in Moscow in March 2024. Moscow is also interested in ambitious projects involving Afghanistan, such as the Turkmenistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan-India gas pipeline and the Trans-Afghan railway linking Uzbekistan and Pakistan. However, these projects face significant security challenges in Afghanistan. The likely next step for Moscow is to officially remove the Taliban from Russia's list of terrorist organizations and recognize the government in Kabul. The Kremlin appears to have little choice but to continue negotiating with the Taliban, aiming to gradually increase its influence in one of the world's most fragile regions.